peeps, and welcome back to Jazz's Angel Number Tarot. It is a different vibe over here because today we're tapping into the sign of Taurus. For your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, wherever you have the Taurian placement in your chart, you can apply this to. Before I get started, check me out on Etsy in the description below where you can get your own private personal tarot reading. I don't do any payments through Instagram, so watch out for fake pages. My only Instagram is directly below. Like this video, please. Subscribe to my channel and check me out on Patreon as well, where I post my personal spells, collective spreads, and all sorts of stuff. And beyond that, we're gonna get into, let me turn this a little bit, what's going on with you guys. Taurus. Okay. Wow, there's an energy of release that happens here. I'm already seeing that. Release and understanding. Release, understanding, creation. It's all kind of wrapped up in each other. Let's start with this one. First, we have look beyond the surface, and I feel like this is the step that you're taking first that's leading you to all these, other things that are happening during this time. So we have avoid becoming distracted by surface issues, focus on underlying motivation, cause, or the beauty in a situation, seek ways to bring depth into your world. So tapping into this energy, Taurus, I feel like you guys have been really thinking, but I feel like your mind has been kind of running in circles. Like, you do shadow work, and even for the last few weeks, the last few months, it's been bringing you to the same understanding. Like, you don't feel like you've made, it's not that you haven't made progress, but it's just like you would expect things to be different at this point due to how much shadow work you've done or how much breaking down and thinking that you've done. But I feel like it's been very circular, just kind of going, in circles and circles. But I feel like you guys are finally having this revelation, this light bulb moment, and it sticks and it breaks open your consciousness, and it's allowing you to get to a new level of understanding of your situation, of a person, of, a manager, a job, whatever, because we also have see both sides. So I feel like you guys, when dealing with a situation that may have negatively affected you, or dealing with a situation that you just didn't even understand, maybe it was just confusion, you're having an understanding now because you understand all sides of the situation, not just okay where you went wrong, where someone else went wrong, but you understand why someone feels the way they do, why something happened. We have seeing both sides. Take a step back and try looking at this from a different perspective is what it says at the bottom of that one. And like I said, I feel like you guys are already naturally doing that. And then now you're having this this night where you're having these super deep thoughts, and you finally find another avenue, and it brings you to somewhere new. So then we have shedding the old. And then, so as above, so below, as within, so without. So it's like what's happening inside of you is then reflected on the outside of you. So we have unexplained wonder coming up as well that I'm going to get into. But like I said, it's like this whole domino effect. So shedding the old, there is a change coming your way. Cultivate a sense of adventure so that you will be able to see new perspectives. Also, Taurus, prepare for the life you're wanting to live. That's something that I'm hearing for you guys. That's very important. So if you want to live a life of luxury, prepare for that. Make sure you, your space that you spend the most time in, your room, make sure it's aesthetic. Make sure you do some interior decoration. Or if you want this, life of some sort of fame, notoriety, whatever, make sure, you look the part. You look like someone who would be up under a red carpet, or you know what I mean? Start to prepare. Because once you really ride this wave, I really feel like, wow, you're just gonna ride it all the way to your perfect version of success. But shedding the old, so definitely allow the universe to shift energy for you. Don't panic when things happen. There's some tests wrapped in here, I feel like you guys are taking the steps to shed most of the old, though, whatever that is for you. Unexplained wonder. Magical blessings and miracles are occurring in your life. Your prayers are answered now. So yeah, you guys, something that you've been waiting for is finally been brought through with divine timing. And then we have polite declaration. So it's also important for you, Taurus, to communicate what it is that you want, what it is that you need to the universe, so everyone is on the same accord, even people around you, you know, managers. You know, for example, if you are in a work situation and you really want a promotion, I would set it up, have a talk to your manager and say, every month I want to, you know, make a action plan as far as how we're gonna, you know, what did we used to call it? I used to have this job where I did this with my manager. I forget what it's called, but it was just basically like we would have monthly meetings and discuss like where I am on my path, you know, what progress we've made towards what the next step up would be. Like I feel like you should set something like that up instead of just waiting for them to pick you. Make it so you're always on their mind, you know, your manager is going to talk about it. I used to go hard in the workplace. Okay, workplace shoddy. Like when I worked in a corporate environment, I had conversations with other managers in other departments. Like everybody knew your girl, and I would literally go to managers in other departments, get offered jobs, like jobs paying more than, I didn't know anything about that department neither, and it was like I didn't even need any schooling and stuff like that. But because I took the time to say, hey, I'd love to pick your brain, if you have like 30 minutes or even 20 minutes, I'd love to pick your brain about, get more information about what you guys do over here, you know, and to talk to you about like how I could level up, you know, what would that look like here, what, you know, tips do you have for success, yada yada yada. And just, you know, people love people. Honestly, truly, in the workplace environment, that networking can be done outside of an event, you know, it doesn't have to be awkward, but just pop in. Anyways, I feel like that was a message for someone because I really went in on that. Just as an example though, like start to organize your path, start to prepare for where you want to be so that as within, so without, your outside world can reflect your sacred space in your home, the shadow work you've done inside, the progress you've made inside. If you feel really, really good and you're like, okay, why isn't my outside reflecting? There's either something hidden in the dark or you haven't started to prepare your outside so it can multiply. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It is time for you to get out there, claim what's yours, and sit in your power. Yeah, and it can be done in a backhanded... Oop. Oh, sorry, almost... Excuse me. It can be done in a backhanded kind of way. Like you can prepare your space and then allow the universe to come through with, you know, more opportunities and abundance and things like that. But I just get an energy of preparation. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Don't live the same kind of life, go to the same places, talk to the same people, engage in the same activities if you wouldn't be doing that in your leveled up version of your life, Taurus. That's the message that I'm getting for you. Because soon as you start to send out that energy to the universe that this is the type of person I am, this is what kind of status I am, this is who I am, this is what I engage in, the universe is going to send you more than that, you know, more of that. But if you just, you know, kind of recklessly spend your money all the time, party all the time, or just engage with, you know, people who aren't on your same wavelength, you're going to get more than that. You're going to get, you know, more invites, etc. It's kind of like how you, if you're like more of a loner, if you're someone who every time you get an invite, you say no, they stop inviting you. They know you don't, you know, want to engage, you know, and then it's like the one time you do want to hang out, no one invites you to go do anything. It's the same way, exactly the opposite. If you're always the person looking for the next, you know, temporary thrill, you're just going to get more of that. And I feel like Taurus, oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely time for some longevity here. You guys are setting up yourselves for success. That's ultimately what you want. But we have the sun in the tower. You may be seeing a lot of 555 because there are changes happening. There are changes happening for you soon. But like I said, don't resist when the universe comes through and it starts to shift and shake things for you because it's for your best interest. The universe is shifting energy as a reflection of what you've been sending out, what you've been asking for. So if you've been asking for a leveled up life and all of a sudden your relationship with your partner starts to crumble, be comfortable with that. It's easier said than done, but allow yourself to see that all the way through because the universe is working on your behalf and sending you what it is that you want, you know? And I feel like you guys want more. We have the Knight of Wands and Temperance in reverse. That's the main thing I'm getting for you guys so far. An energy where it's like you want a different kind of life than you have, or you want something more, you want something different. But I don't see like your current environment as a reflection of that. So if we can just make it so your current environment is a reflection of the life that you want, you're going to see a lot of success. There's going to be a lot of change for you. Knight of Wands, the universe is coming through with some fiery energy, not too invasive. We don't have the King of Wands. Not too invasive, but the universe is definitely revealing things, okay? Showing you things, moving things, shaking things. You may, you know, find something in someone's phone. You may find out about something through someone else. Like the universe, well, we did have that Tower card, yeah. So it's going to vary. It's going to vary how invasive the universe is, like, you know. But Temperance in reverse, it's for balance. It's for, and it's so you guys can create a space of abundance. And it's going to take you walking away from certain things, certain people, Taurus. Yeah. And even if this isn't personified in your life, if this is not a person, you're more of a loner, you don't really talk to anyone, you don't have anyone in your life that can mess things up for you. This could be your own shadow side that we're at war with. And the universe is like, oh, we're winning, baby. You're on the winning team. Or this can be your physical space causing you disharmony and you know, with all that clutter around, etc. Six of Cups in reverse. As things stand right now, Taurus, I'm going to be honest with you. The universe cannot give you what it is that you want. You have to allow the Tower to happen. You have to, or I promise you, you will be in the same space this time next year. Allow this to come through. Go with the process and walk away from the things that the universe is pulling you away from. Or you could just sit there and then next year, I don't know, maybe we could talk about it again when you're ready. But I'm telling you, this message is really cut and dry. What's at the bottom of the deck? Just curious. Beautiful. Wow. We have the Star at the bottom of the deck. That is a wish fulfillment. The Star. Wow. That's crazy. At the bottom of the deck, you know, Sun and Star as a combination is fame. For me as a reader, the Sun and the Star together is fame. The fact that this Star is at the bottom of the deck lets me know it's not guaranteed, and that's what I was just saying before. It has to be a conscious choice to walk away from certain things, but this is the possibility. The thing about the bottom of the deck, it represents the underlying energy of your situation. So the fact that the Star is at the bottom of the deck and the Sun is on the table, this is victory, this is success, but this is fame, this is having everything you want, this is wish fulfillment amplified by 10 with the Star there. So it's like, yeah, you could live a decent life, you can find happiness in what you have, you know, with that Sun energy. But if you do everything that the universe is also pushing you to do, that's fame, that's fortune, that's wealth. It doesn't have to be fame, you know. Not everyone wants to be famous at all, but, and I see that it's going to be hard for you, but you've got to stop ignoring your intuition. The universe is trying to connect with you. I'm now tapping into the energy of someone who finds it scary. Like you hear different creaks and noises and stuff, and you see little shadows and yada yada. The more you acknowledge spirituality, or the more you know, try to connect with your guides, weird stuff starts happening. It'll take time. It definitely took time for me. Oof, I really don't. Yeah, I get it. Some stuff is just too weird. But also you may want to try, Taurus, communicating with your guides and letting them know, like, you're not with the weird stuff, so please don't do all that extra. Strength in reverse, High Priestess in reverse. The universe is definitely trying to communicate with you, your guides, your ancestors, and it's hard. This phase, getting out of this phase, is like one of the hardest things you'll ever do. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Now this is exactly the energy I've been talking about. You see how they have the bassinet? The woman, she's pregnant, and they're looking at the bassinet with happiness, with joy, because they know that the baby is coming. They're sure, so they're preparing for it. They already have the bed, even though the baby isn't physically here. With this being in reverse is letting me know you guys haven't started to prepare, at least not as much as you need to for what you want to come through with quickness. And Three of Wands in reverse, that still kind of signals that there's some official decision that needs to be made, whether or not you're going to go for a higher quality of life or not. Because if you aren't, you can just, you know, have your perfect version of reality where you are, but then we have to kind of shift our focus and say, okay, what can we do to make our current situation better? If this is truly what you're accepting, if you just want to be where you are, but you just want to make it a little better, we got to say, okay, we got to change our approach then, and we have to do something different so that we can make our current situation more amicable. And then you can just, you know, be content with that. Okay, let's see what's going on in love. So we have engagement, and you deserve love. Beautiful. Engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. You deserve love. You are lovable. Even though these are the romance cards, I keep getting that fame energy. Like, people are in love with you. People like your energy. They like your ideas. They like your art. They like, you know, I was looking on Instagram the other day, and there was this IG model, and you know how like some business pages, like you can see like what type of business it is, or like influencer pages on Instagram. She literally had art as her like thing on there. Anyways, yeah, tapping into this energy, even if your art is just you, even if you just want to be like a more of a socialite, whatever, tapping into this energy, you guys, I see a lot of love and attention on you, Taurus, in the very near future. We have codependency, retreat, and reconciliation. So people from the past are definitely going to be trying to come back. Someone from your past is returning to your life, is what it says at the bottom of reconciliation. And what's for you is always going to come back to you in a perfect way. It will always come back to you in a perfect way as long as you put your breath behind it and you declare it into the universe. Universe, I release this. I cast this burden onto you, and I release myself from the worry of this situation. I'm telling you, these are real affirmations that I say. I cast this burden onto you, and if this person, if this situation, if this is for me, it will come back to me in a perfect way, and if not, it will be replaced by something that is by divine right mine, or perfectly mine. That makes me happy just as much as this. I see someone coming back, so don't be afraid to walk away from people, because listen, they're seeing you level up and they're getting a move on. So this could be the change that was needed the entire time for someone to finally match your energy if you're having relationship issues. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life, so you may be too used to being with someone. You may need to spend some time alone, seriously, Taurus, so that you can... It reminds me of the Feel No Way song by Drake. I had to let go of us to show myself what I could do. And that just didn't sit right with you, he goes on to say. So it's not to say that, you know, if you decide to show yourself what you can do alone, that people aren't, you know, going to be upset about it still, but you have to show yourself what you could do. You know, just you. Retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. Partnership is great, but this abundance, Taurus, this fame, or this higher level of wealth is guaranteed to you. It's guaranteed to you and not anyone else. It has, this abundance has your name on it, you know, so you do have to go get it. It may be a solo journey. We have the Swan Spirit and the Dove Spirit. We have Be Peace and Time for a Deep Dive. We got that as well with the Look Beyond the Surface energy. The Bee Spirit, the Moth Spirit, and the Flamingo Spirit. Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. Embrace where you are now. Make your current situation better so that you can love it even more. And that will put you in the vibration that will attract what it is that you're wanting towards you so effortlessly. Sweet results await with the Bee Spirit and Moth Spirit surrender now. Allow the universe to come through with this Tower moment. It'll be very beneficial for you, Taurus. And yeah, that was your message, you guys. Very deep, intense message. That was like the most intense spread I've done in a while. Like, anyways, so yeah, that was your message. Check me out on Etsy in the description below if you'd like your own private tarot reading. I don't do readings through Instagram DM. Watch out for fake pages. Mine is linked directly below. If it's not linked, it ain't me. Okay, like this video, please subscribe to my channel and check me out on Patreon, where I post my personal spells, collective streams, and so much more. And that was your reading. I love you, Taurus. Be careful what you wish for, and I will see you in the next one.